Last night I had a pretty interesting dream with regards to the future of Star Wars gaming, and more specifically EA Star Wars, and with things surrounding Star Wars gaming being relatively quiet right now, I thought I'd actually have a bit of a discussion with you guys about what I dreamt about. Before I do get into that though, make sure you are subscribed to the channel for all things Star Wars gaming. Now unfortunately I don't remember absolutely everything about this dream, and I do kind of wish that I actually wrote down these things when I woke up from it, but there are a few things that really did stand out to me that I can still remember, so I'm going to go into all of that now. So the actual dream itself was actually me watching this brand new trailer that EA released regarding the future of their Star Wars games, a little bit like what they did several years back with the Battlefront 1 DLC, Jedi Fallen Order behind the scenes, and the Visceral Games Star Wars game that ultimately got cancelled. But that video was pretty much all behind the scenes content, but this trailer that I saw in my dream was a mix of gameplay footage and announcement trailer content, so like CGI stuff and all the rest of it, and it was really cool to see. The first thing that really stood out to me was the announcement of Battlefront 3. Now this was done simply at the beginning by having a logo appear on the screen, and then there was some other footage that happened afterwards, but at that point I had already gone completely crazy because it's something that I've wanted since the end of April 2020, which is obviously when Battlefront 2 ended, and it's something that I still very strongly believe that we need even now. Later on in the trailer there was a very clear shot of Cassian Andor in his outfit from his own TV series, so I think the game would have had plenty of content from the latest TV shows, as well as likely the 9 episodic films as we had in Battlefront 2. Now that was a really exciting prospect, and something that I pray will still happen. The fact that we don't have any Star Wars game like Battlefront 2 or even Battlefront 3 happening right now, even with all of this insane Star Wars content coming up, really is baffling. And I know you've probably heard this countless times from various different content creators, but it is a really big mistake from EA themselves, and potentially even Lucasfilm for not even pushing it, as I think it would genuinely be the biggest moneymaker that they could even put out. Now Battlefront 3 stuff aside, the next big part of the dream was the reveal of the first person shooter being made by Respawn Entertainment. Now in that, the game was revealed to be a first-person single-player game with campaign missions set during the Clone Wars era, where you played as a particular clone. Now the shots I remember seeing was when you were running around as the player through some kind of industrial building guarded by battle droids, so that was really cool to see, and I felt fully immersed in that at the time. So I really do hope that we do actually get to see some kind of single-player game as a clone trooper for this game, but of course I also really do want to see a multiplayer of some kind in some way. Something that is actually frustrating me about this dream though is that the game had a name and logo and everything, but a lot of that has very much escaped me, and it's frustrating because I think the name for it was actually quite cool, but I do remember the logo had some kind of stylized Phase 2 clone helmet with the text next to it, and the text looked a little bit like the Lucasfilm logo but without the LTD section, so it was a pretty cool name and a pretty cool logo as well. But I think the important bit was the fact that it was a Clone Wars era first person shooter, and that is something that I genuinely do want. Now the trailer mixed around between this first person shooter, Battlefront 3, and I'm pretty sure it was about to get onto the strategy game, but at that point I woke up, so unfortunately I didn't get to finish seeing this trailer, but I thought it was a pretty cool dream, and when I talked about it on Twitter briefly, Mr. Dinko said I should make a video about it, so here I am today. Now I am interested in hearing what you guys think about this dream, so let me know in the comments what you think about it, and also let me know if the first person shooter from Respawn is something you'd want to see being a Clone Wars era game, and also whether you want to see Battlefront 3 or not. Now if you want to see more of these kind of discussions as well, then please feel free to ask, and I will happily do some thinking, especially when we're in times like this where it is the summer and things do start to get very quiet. Over the next few weeks I'll look to be getting some more Star Wars Outlaws content out, alongside some Star Wars Hunter stuff, but that is it from me today though. Thank you all very much for watching, and may the Force be with you always.